Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man tabi'ahum bi ihsanin la yawmiddin. Amma ba'd. وقال سبحانه وتعالى قال رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي فإن الأصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. O slaves of Allah, first and foremost, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving you and I the tawfiq and giving you and I the opportunity to go and perform the Hajj. As you know, within our group, we have over 500 people who also strove and made the effort to purchase a package within the Nusuk system. However, majority of them was not successful and has not been successful. But for you and I, Alhamdulillah, Allah has accepted us. So we make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our intention, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our Hajj, and that He takes us to Saudi and perform the Hajj in a safe manner and bring us back with Hajjul Mabrur. So today, bi'idhnillah, we will go ahead and discuss about the Hajj. But what I like to do first is I like to start our journey from Medina, as most of you will be starting the journey in Medina, and then will move on to Mecca, and then from there on, we will open to answer any questions that you may have. All right. So first thing first, we've already sent out all the information regarding all the du'as that you need to learn, such as the talbiyah, labbaik Allahumma labbaik, what to read while doing tawaf, also what to read on the day of Arafah, the dua of Safa and Marwa. All of these things we've already sent out to everyone. And at the same time, we also sent out a book, a PDF book, which has all the information that is necessary for the Hajj. So please learn and memorize all those du'as and then read the book. And if you have any questions at any time, please just send us a message and our team will get back to you. So the Hajj journey begins from your house. All right. So we'll start from your house in terms of preparation. We've also sent out all the information, all the details of what you need in terms of what to take and what to bring with you, such as the ihram for the men and medications that you need. We also said that you need prescriptions such as antibiotics, all that entire list that we sent out. So please make sure you refer to that list and you take all those things that are mentioned there. All right, especially cold medicine and then also medication to help you with dehydration. Make sure you take those as well. So leaving from your house, if you are starting in Medina, first thing you need to be aware is in Medina, when you go to Medina, Medina is only visitation. And Medina, you will not, there is nothing associated with the Hajj that you will do in Medina. Medina is just to go and pray at the Masjid Nabawi, and then also go to the Rauda, make 2 rakah inside the masjid there in the Rauda, or go and visit the city and go visit the historical sites such as Masjid Quba, Mount Uhud, where the Battle of Uhud took place, or Masjid Qiblatain, those type of places. So that's all you're doing in Medina. You're not doing anything relating to the Hajj in Medina. So if you're starting in Medina, you're just going to visit the city of Medina and pray at the Prophet's masjid there. So if you're starting in Medina, you do not need to wear your ihram when you're leaving, when you're going to Medina, and you can just wear your regular clothes and go. And when you get to Medina, inshallah, we will talk about how to go to Makkah from Medina. All right, so you just pack your luggage and dress normal and take all the things that we mentioned there. You don't have to worry about having sandals or anything like that if you wearing those sandals. All of those, you can do that when you get to Medina and on your way to Mecca. So that's Medina. Now, if you are starting in Mecca, meaning starting in Mecca, meaning your first hotel is in Mecca. You're going to be staying in Mecca and you're going to go to Medina after Hajj. So, which means after May 30th or May 31st, you're going to Medina then. Your hotel check-in is like May 31st or June 1st, something like that. So then you are going to be starting in Mecca. So your case is going to be different. So people who have, example, package one, you're starting in Mecca. So your case is different. Number one, when you pack your luggage, you need to make sure for the men, if you're starting in Mecca, your ihram, and this is here, I'm just pulling a picture of a ihram here, these white clothes here that you see on my screen here. The ihram needs to be on you just like your wallet, meaning you need to go inside of the airplane with your ihram along with your sandals. All right, along with your sandals, you need to go inside of the airplane, not in your checked in luggage. All right, do not put it underneath where they put take the luggage and put it underneath the airplane, because if you do that, you will get your luggage when you land in Jeddah. And you need to wear these shoes and you need to have the ihram on before you get to Jeddah. All right, if you do not do this, then it is a penalty which will cost you $200. All right, then you have to spill blood, so which will cost you about $200. All right, so these sandals, each and every person, every man, okay, this is just for the brothers. You need to have these sandals and you need to have this. And this you can order from Amazon, or when you get there, if you're starting in Medina, Ithra will have this for you in Medina. But also, if you get to Mecca, Ithra will also have these for you, the ihram. However, you have to have it on you before you have to buy one for yourself before you get to Mecca, because you cannot enter Mecca unless you have this on and you have these type of shoes on. Right? So make sure you buy these types of sandals. They're where they're strong, and also make sure you order this from Amazon so that you can have it. And this stays in your carry-on, okay, the backpack. So you put it with your phone, you put it with your wallet, and you go inside of the airplane with it. Do not check in this whatsoever. As for the sisters, anything that you have on, as long as it's clothes of the Sunnah, meaning nothing tight, nothing revealing, you're dressed Islamically, then you are dressed within the ihram. All right, so for you, you don't have any special clothing. Just your regular clothes is good for you, good enough for you. However, it just needs to be clothes of the Sunnah, without wearing something tight or something revealing. Right? So that's the difference there. So now starting in Medina, when you get to Medina, as I mentioned, we will inform you once you're there the day in which this year we're also going to organize to go to the Rauda. The Rauda is a place inside of the Prophet's Masjid, inside of Masjid Nabawi, where the Prophet said between his house and his member is a place of Jannah. And whoever prays 2 rakah in that place, it is as if the person has prayed inside of Jannah. It is called the Rauda, or green carpet. All right. Now, to go inside of there, you have to make an appointment on your Nusuk app. All right. Or also Tawakkal is another one. Tawakkalna is the other one. So you have to make an appointment there. But it's very, very difficult to make the appointment on the Nusuk app. So hence, Ithra Al Khair, our service provider, they will make the appointment for us on our behalf, and they will tell us the day and the time and where to go meet in front of the place there. So for example, they'll say tomorrow, for those people in Medina, tomorrow at 1 o'clock p.m., meet at gate number 1. for you to go to the router. So then at 1 o'clock, you go and you meet them there. You will see the Ithra representative is there, and they will take you inside, and you will pray your 2 rakah and come out and continue with your business. Or also the other thing, we'll also send a message out and say, okay, tomorrow at 4 p.m., we're going to go and visit the city of Medina. The bus will come and pick you up in front of your hotel. And they will mention the hotel. Let's just say Ilafa Taqwa. At 4 o'clock, the bus will come. So then your guide will collect all of you, come to the lobby at 4 o'clock. Then the bus will come and then it will take you and visit those places and then bring you back. One thing you need to be aware of in Hajj, there is only a day, there is no time. And I say this every year and I tell this to everybody. So please put this in your mind right now. For Hajj, there's only a day, there is no time. Meaning tomorrow we're going to go and visit the city of Medina. We're going to go to Masjid Quba, Qiblatain, and all these places. Yes, what time? We don't know. How do I get ready? Get ready and be prepared. It can come any day. How so? That's just how Hajj works. So you need to be ready. When we give you an announcement and say tomorrow, be ready, you have to be ready. All right. As I said in Hajj, there's only a day. We only know that tomorrow we're going. What time? Allah Alam. Okay. So please make sure you put that in your mind now. All right. Because you have to understand it's millions of people, thousands of buses, all right, are running in the city of Medina. Thousands of buses are running. There's traffic everywhere. So if we say, okay, the bus will come at 1 o'clock, guess what? 1000% that bus maybe will not come at 1 o'clock. So that's why we're telling everybody now, from now, to be prepared. And that's just how Hajj is the way Hajj works. All right. It's not because of this company or that company or because I came from America or I came from Australia. It doesn't matter. For Hajj, it's only a day, no time. So please keep that in mind. So then we'll organize for everyone to go and visit the city of Medina and visit those historical places. And then afterwards, we'll come back. Now, when it comes time to leave Medina and go to Mecca, all right, this is the part that's very important. That is when now you're going to prepare yourself. So when the day that you're leaving in the morning, so we will communicate and tell you, okay, tomorrow, and everybody need to have a working internet on their phone because you have to have WhatsApp. All of our communication is going to be through the WhatsApp, the same channel that we have. We will continue communication there. And for those of you who are assigned a guide, your guide will also probably create a group. So if you have ITHRA 11, your guide will create a group on WhatsApp called ITHRA 11, and they will be sending you information. So it's not necessarily that information will always be coming from me. Sometimes information will also be coming from your guide. All right. So they'll send out the message and say, ITHRA 11, tomorrow we're leaving, we're going to Mecca. All right. The bus, be ready by Fajr or after Fajr, come down, bring your luggage. So you'll come in that morning, you'll take a shower, all right, in the hotel there. You'll take, and this is men and women, you'll take a shower. And then after you take the shower, you're going to put on your ihram for the men. This is in Medina. You're going to put this on. And once you put this on, or actually prior to putting this on, after you take a shower, if you want, you can apply perfume to yourself for the men. Then you'll put the ihram on. And after, let me find somebody here that is not showing their face. Okay. All right. So you'll put this ihram on. And after you put on the ihram, you will wear sandals like this. This is going to Mecca. The day you're going to Mecca, you will wear sandals like this. You cannot wear tennis shoes. All right. It has to be sandals like this. And make sure they're strong. because if someone steps on them, if they easily break, then you're in trouble. So make sure you have sandals like this, and you put on your ihram, and then from there on, the bus. And for the women, you just put on your regular clothes, as I mentioned. You take a shower and then you put on your regular clothes, and then you will get on the bus and take all of your luggage, and then afterwards, you're going to come to what is known as the miqat. Okay? So now when you come to the miqat, there are within Makkah, within Makkah, there are there's a circumference, meaning a circle around Mecca that's not visible. I'm just saying literally, where you, no matter where you're coming from around the world, you cannot pass and you cannot enter that line or pass that line without being in the state of ihram. For the men, without putting this on, and the sisters, without having the intention, the ihram, meaning the intention. All right. So you cannot pass that line. Now, coming from Medina, it is located actually within Medina. It's called Dhul Hulayfa or Abiyar Ali. All right. And this is just, it's a masjid. So what we're going to do is we're going to come all the way there, and the bus is going to stop, and we're going to go inside of the masjid, and we're going to pray 2 rakah. Okay. We're going to make wudu, and then we're going to pray 2 rakah. All right. And we're going to pray 2 rakah. And after praying those 2 rakah, then we will make intention. We will make the intention. I've already sent the intentions, what to read for Umrah. This is not for Hajj. This is for Umrah. Because the first time that you go to Makkah, you have to perform Umrah. Before the Hajj, you have to perform the Umrah. First time when you get to Makkah, first thing you have to do is you have to perform the Umrah. All right. So then we will make 2 rakah inside of the masjid. Then you will make your intention. Okay. Labbaik Allahumma bi umrah. And then after that, you will read the talbiyah. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك. All right, so you will read this talbiyah, and from that moment on, you are in the state of ihram. From that moment on, you are in the state of ihram, and inshallah, we will discuss what is permissible and what is not permissible in the state of ihram. All right, so back to the miqat. So Medina, you have Dhul Hulayfa. Now, if you're coming from Sham, any of these regions here, then you have this one here. No matter where you're coming from around the world. All right. Now, let's say you're in the airplane. That's why I said for the people who are starting in Mecca, you have to have your ihram with you. So let's say you're leaving from New York or Washington, or you're leaving from Canada, and you're going to Jeddah, and let's say you have a stop or in Turkey, you're stopping in Turkey, or you're stopping in Qatar or in the Emirates, wherever you're stopping. So when you get there, that's when you put on your ihram. All right. So all of these places in Turkey, they have a masjid there. They have places to pray. Also in Dubai, in Abu Dhabi, or wherever you're stopping. When you get there, only for the people starting in Mecca. So when you get there, you can put your ihram on. All right. You can also do it on the airplane, but airplane is difficult. Number one, the bathroom is very small. Number two, is a lot of people. Everybody's going to Hajj. Probably 98% of the people in that plane is going to Hajj. And it's going to be difficult, as everybody's going to be trying to do the same. It's just 2 hours or 3 hours. You're in the plane. If you stop in Turkey or Dubai or Qatar, any of these, it's only 2 to 3 hour flight. So it's not long. So you can change at the airport, put on your ihram, all right, but you do not make the intention, all right? You wait In the airplane, when you're about 30 minutes away from landing at Jeddah, the pilot or within the airplane, they will make an announcement and they will tell you in 30 minutes we will pass the Miqat. And then they will make another announcement. In 10 minutes we will pass the Miqat. And then later on, when you come to the actual line where you're passing the line, they will tell you, okay, we are now crossing the Miqat, so make your intention for Umrah. Then at that moment, you make the intention. That's only if you're in the airplane and you are going to Jeddah. All right. But if you are traveling from Medina and going to Mecca, it is done at Dhul Hulayfa. The bus will stop there and you make your intention. All right. And Dhul Hulayfa is within Medina. It's only maybe 15 to 20-minute bus ride from your bus. Okay, from your hotel. So when you get on the bus in 15 to 20 minutes, you will be there. So your entire ride, you're going to be in the state of Ihram until you get to Mecca. All right, so that's the Miqat. All right, 5 here. All right, and then we said the Ihram, right? You can put on the clothes before you get to the Miqat, but also you can put it at the Miqat if you're stopping at any of these places here. You can put it on. And we said if you're in the airplane, you can put it on the airplane and then make your intention when they make the announcement that you are passing the Miqat. All right. All right. So then the ihram is pretty much is just the intention where you're saying you're intended to perform the umrah. All right. And as I mentioned earlier, when you're putting on the ihram, when you're putting on these clothes for the men, all right, or the sisters, you're putting on your regular clothes and you know you're going to assume the ihram. Number one, you need to clip your nails. All right. Number two, remove any unwanted hair, such as pubic hair. Make a ghusl and wudu. All right. And remove all of those hair that's unwanted. All right. And then for the men, you remove your regular clothing and then you put on this clothes here, this ihram. And for the sisters, as we mentioned, you put on pretty much your regular clothes. All right. And then you perform two rakah, all right, nafil. And then after that, you make the intention of performing the umrah. All right. Now, when you are in the state of ihram, there are certain things that you cannot do. There are certain things that you cannot do. All right. You can shower, but you cannot use soap. All right. You cannot use perfume soap, soap that has odor. You cannot use any of those. All right. You can change your ihram. You can use toothpaste and all of these. You can comb your hair and use mouthwash. You can do all of these if you're in the state of ihram. But there are certain things that you cannot do. If you're in the state of ihram, you cannot take these off until you finish the entire job and put on your regular clothes. So they have to be on with you for the men. All right. And then you, for the men, these are the only ones that you're putting on. All right. These here, as you see in the pictures here, you cannot have anything underneath. So you cannot have boxers underneath. You cannot have any underwear or anything like that underneath. All right. It is just these two sheets, one at the bottom, one at the top. Nothing else. You cannot have a t-shirt. You cannot have a white beater. You cannot have nothing whatsoever. Just these two. All right. For the men, just these two and the sandals. All right. So no regular clothes and no shirts, pants, undergarments, underwear, nothing. All right, for the men also, there's no covering the head. You cannot cover the head. You cannot put on a kufi, or you cannot put on a hat, all right, or clothes. And you cannot say it's very hot and you're gonna take a portion of your ihram and cover the head. You cannot do that. You can use umbrella. Yes, you can use umbrella, but you cannot put anything on top of your head. You cannot. All right, and for the men and for everybody, there's no perfume. You cannot touch anything scented, meaning you cannot touch what is the thing that you use to wash the hands? Uh, uh, Somebody help me.
Hand
Hand-
sanitizer.
there you go, hand sanitizer. Is that Muhammad?
You already know it.
In Chicago. Welcome, yeah, brother Muhammad. Thank you for coming. All right. So you cannot use any hand sanitizer. You cannot use touch perfume or touch soap inside the bathrooms because you don't know what kind of soap it is. So you cannot use any of those. All right. And then you cannot cut any hair. You cannot remove any hair. But if you do this, for example, and then something falls out, it's fine. But you cannot come and say, okay, I'm gonna shave a little bit of my head, or I saw my armpit, there's some hair, I'm gonna remove it. You cannot do anything like that. All right. But if hair just voluntarily falls out, then you have no problem whatsoever. But you cannot, you yourself say you're gonna cut and remove those things. All right. And then also there is no uh, oh, this is a mistake. And also, there's no cutting of the nails. Okay? You cannot cut the nails when you're in the state of ihram. You cannot remove any nails. You cannot chew on your nails and remove it. Nothing whatsoever. Nails, no. Hair, you cannot remove. Also, you cannot also, in the state of ihram, there's no hunting. All right. I see a deer there, I'm gonna kill it, or I see something, I'm gonna hunt. You cannot hunt. And then also, there is no, for those of you who are going with your spouses, going with your husband or your wife, and when you're in the state of ihram, that is not allowed to see your spouse. There's no sweet talking with your spouse or anything like that. All right, and you cannot see your spouse. All right, so when you're in the state of ihram, you stay away from them. All right, when it comes to in terms of sexuality, I'm speaking of. All right, but obviously you'll travel together, you'll be together, and so on and so forth. But you cannot see them. All right. So those are some of the things that are prohibited when you are in the state of ihram. And this also applies when you are in the ihram of Hajj, not only for Umrah. Also for Hajj, when you put these clothes on, it is standard across the board. Whether it's Umrah or Hajj, you cannot do all of those things. All right. And then the Talbiyah. So you read the talbiyah, labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika laka labbaik, innal hamda wan ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika lak. And then once you read this, you continue reading this as long as you are in the state of ihram. Okay? Always in the state of ihram is you have to remember Allah. You have to make dhikr. You have to, read Quran. Say Subhanallah, Astaghfirullah, La ilaha illallah. The bus ride from Medina to Makkah is going to take you minimum 6 hours. This 6 hours, do not sit there talking nonsense, talking politics, and talking about this and that. From that time you're in Medina, you're in the state of Ihram. So you need to be making dhikr. You need to be worshiping Allah, remembering Allah when you're standing, when you're sitting, when you're resting. All of this, you have to be remembering Allah because that's the purpose of why you are there. All right? And recite the talbiyah all the time. All right? And for the sisters, the talbiyah, you don't have to read loud. You can read silently within your heart. But for the men need to read loud the talbiyah. And this, we always see this. I always see these men, they go there and they're like very miskin, right? Like no energy whatsoever, like no desire whatsoever. It's just labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik Allah, like nothing whatsoever. It's like you see them like they don't even want to be there. No, this is why you're there. Read the talbiyah, read it with with zeal, with desire. Praise Allah, thank Allah, say, oh Allah, you made me came, you helped me to come here, you accepted me to come here, right? So the men need to read loud and not be miskin. And sorry for using the word miskin, but that's the word that I can use in terms of that. All right. So that's leaving from Medina to go to Mecca. And then you will continue there on the bus ride, praising Allah, remembering Allah until you get to Mecca. And also for those who are starting in Mecca, so when you leave your house, as I said, when you stop at any of those places that you're stopping, or let's say you have a direct flight from Washington, you're going directly to Jeddah. So obviously you're going to go to the airport, you're going to wear your regular clothes like this, and when you're maybe 2 hours away or 3 hours away, you can go and change your clothes and put on your ihram. And remember, the ihram needs to be with you because you're going to change inside the plane. All right. And your sandals needs to be with you because you're going to change inside the plane. And then when you get to the miqat, they will make the announcement. We are now passing the miqat. Make your intention so that you'll make your intention. And then from there on, you start reading talbiyah. You start remembering Allah, making dhikr. So when the plane lands, you're making talbiyah. You're making dhikr. All right. So then, for those starting from Makkah, then when you get to the airport, you land. There's few things that's going to happen at the airport. Number one, they're going to direct you first. They're going to check your meningitis vaccination. Okay. And everybody need to have that. Yesterday, one brother called me and told me, "Oh, brother, I don't know what all needs to be done. Do I need anything like medication or any like vaccination?" I said, "Subhanallah, where have you been? For maybe more than a month, I've been sending out information about the vaccination meningitis." He said, "Oh, I'm busy. I have this and that." I'm like, I there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do about that, but just send the information. So please make sure you take the information that we're sending and you utilize that information and you do everything that we mentioned there. Because what's going to happen, you're going to go there, you don't have your vaccination, they may not let you enter. All right. So please make sure you have your vaccination. So they'll check your vaccination, and then after that, you'll come to the immigration and they will check your visa. So make sure you have your visa with you with your passport. They'll check your visa and your passport. And then they'll do fingerprints. They'll take your fingerprints there at the immigration. And then after they take your fingerprints, they'll tell you to go. And then you'll come and you'll take your luggage. All right. You'll come to the conveyor, take your luggage. And then after you take your luggage, you're going to come out to the main place where people are waiting. And you're going to see a ITHRA booth is going to be there. And the people, ITHRA people, workers, and this is 24 hours, they're going to be there. They're going to have their vest. It will say ITHRA al Khair there. You just go to them and you tell them that you're ITHRA Haji and they will welcome you. And then you give them your itinerary or you tell them, you give them just your passport number. They'll scan your passport number, scan your passport, and they'll automatically know where to go. Or you just tell them which hotel you're going to, and they will collect all of you and they will take you to the bus where the buses are, and they will put you in those buses and they will take you to your hotel. Another thing about buses before I move on, make sure when you are getting on a bus, make sure that your luggage is also getting on that same bus. Again, I repeat, when you're getting on a bus, make sure that your luggage goes inside of that bus because at Hajj time, people lose a lot of luggage. All right, because they come and put the luggage here and get on the bus, and then those people, those workers, they don't know which bus it goes to, or they put it in a different bus. You get to your hotel, you don't have your luggage. And then also, please, if you have medication that you need, make sure you have it on your carry-on. All right. So in the event you lose your luggage, you get to Saudi and you lost your luggage, the airline lost your luggage, you have your medication. All right. So please make sure you take care of your luggage. You are responsible for your luggage. All right. because we had cases last year where people lost luggages. And if you lost your luggage, not much we can do because we cannot go back to the airport. All right. Everything is restricted. All right. And I want everybody to understand this. It's not like how we are here in the US. You can just go to the airport and go in and do this and that. Over there, it doesn't work like that, especially at the time of Hajj. All right. Because they have checkpoints everywhere. So it's very, very difficult. All right. So then once you get on the bus and then you come all the way to Mecca, when you get to Mecca, at the hotel there, you will have representatives waiting for you there. And then those representatives will give you your room key. And then at the same time, they will also give you your Nusuk card. Your Nusuk card, you need to have your Nusuk card because your Nusuk card is your ID to move around Mecca, and you have to have it with you at all times. All right. There are cases last year and the year before where people were deported. All right, where people go in illegally and try to Hajj without a permit. So if they catch those people, they will deport them right away. All right, they'll take them to Jeddah and deport them. So you need to make sure you have that at all times with you. All right, and then also have a digital copy as well. So once you get that, then your group leader or your guide will let you know what time we will or the group will go and perform the Umrah. All right. So when you get there in Mecca, first thing you're doing is Umrah. You're not doing Hajj. All right. Hajj, inshallah, we're going to talk about that in the next webinar, inshallah, tomorrow. Here, we're going to be just talking about the Umrah. All right. When you get to Mecca, first thing you have to do. And everybody that gets to Mecca, you have to do this first. All right. So then you get to your hotel and you go put your stuff down. And remember, if you need to use the restroom, do not touch any soap. All right, because you're still in the state of ihram. All you're doing is just going to put your clothes down, and then based on the time that you arrive and based on the circumstance, then the group will make a decision as to when to go perform the Umrah. All right, and do not be of those who think that, okay, the moment I get there, I will go make the Umrah right away. Sometimes it doesn't work like that. For example, you may arrive at 12 p.m. at the hotel, and 12 or 11 a.m. At that time, it's very difficult to go make Umrah because the sun is very hot, right? So we consider we have to look at all of these things. So the group leader will tell you, okay, everybody go take a break, take a rest, and inshallah, after Maghrib, we'll go perform Umrah. You just follow the directions of the group leader because sometimes it's like it's very difficult, especially going and perform Umrah in the hot sun. We had cases where, people passed out and things like that. So make sure, please, to follow the group leader, whatever decision they make. Do not get them become all excited. I need to go to the Kaaba. I need to go to the Kaaba. Sometimes we have to take precaution and take safety as a measure. So then when you go with the group leader and he tells you, okay, we're going to go in the evening time, everybody meet in the hotel lobby at this time. So everybody meet at that time and then the group will go. All right. Remember, you're still in the state of Ihram, reading Talbiyah, and you're going to come to the Kaaba. And when you get to the Kaaba, you're going to perform the Umrah. All right. So once you enter the masjid, as you know the dua of masjid, I'll come to here. Here, actually, this one is better. So you will enter from one of these gates here. There are a lot of different gates or a lot of different doors. So you'll enter through one of these, and then when you enter through them, then what you're going to do is after you enter, you keep your head down and don't look at the Kaaba until you come close to here. Then you look at the Kaaba, and at the same time, while looking at the Kaaba, you make dua. All right? Any dua you want, you make the dua. And then what's going to happen is you're going to go, depending on where you enter, you're going to come all the way to here where it says Hajar Aswad, also known as the Black Stone. And this is where you will start your tawaf. All right. Tawaf means to go around the Kaaba. All right. And you have to go around the Kaaba, walk around the Kaaba 7 times, as is mentioned here in the tawaf. You have to go around the Kaaba 7 times. And you have to have wudu. Yes. And if your wudu breaks, you have to go back out and and make wudu and come back again. So let's say you went around the Kaaba 3 times, your wudu breaks, you have to go out, come back, and then continue from where you left off. So then continue with number 4, 5, 6, 7. You don't have to start over again. All right. So then you will go around the Kaaba here. You will walk around the 7 times. Understand that this is the bottom level. All right. And the bottom level, there is no wheelchairs allowed in the bottom level. There's a second level and a third level too. All right. But I would highly advise you not to go second or third level because it is very far. I see one of the brothers here in that we did Hajj together in 2018. Me, him, and his brother, we went to the roof. You could before you could also go on the roof of the on the roof of the masjid and perform the and do the tawaf. We started our first round. We did not even go 20% of it. Then we realized how big it was. Then we came back out again. And we waited because they had blocked everything at the bottom. We could not go in the bottom. So they directed us at the top. So we said, no, this is too much. So we came back down again and we waited until they opened and we did it downstairs. Brother Mokhtar here is here. That was 2018, I believe. Um, yes. So, or 20, yeah, 2018. So that was, so you can go here and second level and third level. If you're using a wheelchair or a family member using wheelchair, those are in the second and third levels, not in the first level. So once you enter here, then for the men, you need to take your ihram, this one here, and you need to put it like this. All right, you need to put it underneath your armpit, just like your right armpit, just like how this gentleman has did here. Oh, what happened to it? All right, so you put it underneath before starting the tawaf. All right, and then you're gonna walk around all the way to Hajar Aswad here, the black stone, and then you're going to from there you're going to start the tawaf. All right. So what you'll do is you'll look across from here, Hajar Aswad, the door of the Kaaba is right there. You're going to look directly across it, and you will see on the side here where it says green light, you will see green lights, or at the bottom here at the top. All right. When you look at those green lights, that's where it shows you that you are now starting. So this is where you start, and this is where you finish. And every time you walk around, when you come to the green lights or the Hajri Aswad here, then you have completed 1 unit. So then you will come there and you will turn around and you will look at the black stone here. And then you will say, Bismillah. You raise your hands like this. Say, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. And then from there on, you start going around the Kaaba. All right. And here, when you go around the Kaaba, there is uh, only one place where you have something specific to read. So as you go around the Kaaba, you can read whatever you want. Okay, if you want, you can read Fatiha. If you want, you can just say Subhanallah. You can just say Alhamdulillah. You can just say Allahu Akbar. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. You can say, read anything from the Quran. Whatever you know, you can read. Whatever dua you know, you can read. All right. You don't have to depend on somebody. And please do not depend on your guide. Do not depend on somebody to read for you to repeat. Okay. Whatever you know what your need is. All right. You know what you want from Allah. You know what's missing in your life. You know what you want Allah to do for you. Find those du'as and read those du'as. Okay? So please make sure you learn these things. All right? So you read and you cry to Allah. All right? And as you are going around the Kaaba, you will see that there's a lot of pushing and shoving. Please do not push anybody, do not shove anybody. You just go on your own pace and you go follow with the group and go with the group. Okay? And do not push or shove. Or if someone wants to come and they're forcing their way, just let them and just catch up with the team of the group. And please make sure when you enter, you know exactly which gate you entered from, right? And you know how to go back to the bus station, and you know how to go back to your hotel. That also is very, very important because the probability of you getting lost here is very high, and most likely most people will get lost with the group. All right. So you have to know how you entered the masjid, and you have to know how to go back to your hotel. And let's say if you're in Ithra Azizia, you have to take the bus. Okay, the bus stop. Where's the bus stop? You have to know that. If you're coming from Voco also you have to take the bus, or you can walk. If you took the bus, how do you get back to that bus stop? So as you're going to the Kaaba, please make sure you can use those I guess those Google places or whatnot, or record, take pictures of the stuff, the landmarks, so you know. All right. And then also when you're at the hotel, take a card of the hotel. All right. The card of the hotel has the address of the hotel, has all the information. So if you ever get lost, you just give that to any taxi person and they will take you all the way back to the hotel, or you give to one police, they will let you know what to do. All right. But that's very, very also important because you come here, you start the tawaf, it's so many people, and everybody lose one another. All right. So the green light is here, Hajri Aswad is here. So you start here. And as I said, you read any dua and you come all the way to here on the corner here before you get to Hajri Aswad. This is called Rukni Yamani. All right. The Yemeni corner. And the reason why it's called Yemeni because this corner is directly facing Yemen. All right. The country Yemen. So Rukni Yamani here, this corner. Once you get here, then you read the dua ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. So you read the dua from here all the way to the black stone. This is the only thing that you have to read here, which is emphasized. You have to read that dua ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. All the other places, meaning this side here, this side here, this side here, all these three sides, you can read whatever you want. All right, whatever you want from Quran and Sunnah, you can read. Only here, before the black stone, this side before the black stone, is ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. And you do this once you go all the way around and you come back here to the black stone and the green light, you face the black stone and you say Bismillah Allahu Akbar. That is number one. You did one time. You go around again. You come back to the same place where the green light is. Then that is number two. You say Bismillah Allahu Akbar, looking at the black stone. Then you go around again. You come back. That's number three. And then you go until you finish number seven. All right. Then after you finish number seven, right here is Maqam Ibrahim. Okay. Then you have to pray 2 rakah. However, you cannot pray 2 rakah here. If you pray 2 rakah here, you will die because you see so many people. So now, because it's so many people, you cannot pray here. All right. Because people will step on you. So you have to go to the side, on the sides here or inside, and you pray 2 rakah. All right, and the 2 rakah you pray. In the first rakah you read Qul Ya Ayyuhal Kafirun, and then in the second rakah you read Qul Huwallahu Ahad. After you pray those 2 rakah here, then you will go and drink the Zamzam water. All right. Now Maqam Ibrahim, inside of it are the footsteps of Ibrahim. When you look inside of it, you can see this is glass. You will see the footsteps of Ibrahim, as you know. وإذ يرفع إبراهيم القواعد وإذ يرفع إبراهيم القواعد من البيت وإسماعيل ربنا تقبل. So Ibrahim and Ismail, they're the ones who raised the wall of the Kaaba. And when they raised the walls of the Kaaba, they were making dua. So the first footprint of Ibrahim, while he was raising the Kaaba, the walls of the Kaaba, building it with his son Ismail, his footprints are here and is preserved. So when you look inside, you will see the footprints of Ibrahim. All right. So you make 2 rakah. After that, you go and you drink the water Zamzam. All right. Zamzam water is inside the masjid. So you go drink the water of Zamzam. And then after that, you will go to Safa and Marwa. All right. And this is Safa and Marwa. All right. This is how it is. Safa and Marwa are two mountains. All right. But now they do not allow the people to do Safa and Marwa downstairs. So there's three other levels, I believe, or however levels. So either second level, third level, or maybe fourth level. You have to do Safa and Marwa. All right. So then you come to Safa and Marwa, and the dua, the one that I sent, Inna Safa wal Marwata min sha'airillah. So now the way it works is you go all the way down and you go up, and you go up the escalator, whether it's the second level or third level or fourth level, wherever they take you, and then you go up and you have to walk all the way to Safa, because it starts at Safa. So then when you come to Safa, where Safa is, you face the Kaaba. How do you know where to face the Kaaba? You just look on the ground wherever you are in the masjid. You just look on the ground and look at how the tile is. The tile is always facing the Qibla. That's how you know where the Qibla is. Just look at the floor and it will show you where the Qibla is. And you just face that way. So you look at the Qibla and then you read the dua. Inna Safa wal Marwata min sha'irillah. فمن حج البيت واعتمر فلا جناح عليه أن يطوف بهما ومن تطوع خيرا فإن الله شاكر عليم. And then after that, you can make any dua you want, right? And then you begin your sa'i. I sent the other dua as well for Safa and Marwa. So make sure you learn that one too. And then you start from Safa, you go all the way to Marwa. That's one. And then you go from Marwa all the way to Safa. That's two. Safa to Marwa again. That's three. Marwa to Safa again. Four. And then Safa to Marwa again. Five. And then Marwa to Safa again. Six. And then Safa to Marwa. Seven. So that's how you count it. It's not Safa, Marwa, back to Safa again becomes one. No. Each way you go is one. And you do that 7 times. Obviously, in those 7 times, you're reading either Quran or making dua and things like that. Not there talking politics, talking nonsense, and talking dunya. All right. So you do that within the Safa and Marwa. Now, in Safa and Marwa, there is one place, this green light here. You see these green lights here?
Imam, question.
One moment, please. These green lights here. This is when you get here for the men, you have to run. So there's going to be a green light here, and you go a little bit farther, there's going to be a second green light. Between the two green lights, and you see the green lights in the ceiling, very visible. When you see these, you have to run or walk fast. You have to jog, actually, that's the correct word. Jog lightly, all right? For the men only, all right? And the story behind here, inshallah, and tomorrow as we have more time, I'll go over the story, all these stories. Story behind here is this is when the mother Hajar, the mother of Ismail, when she left the baby to go to find water or provisions and things like that. When she came to this exact places, this is the part where she was running. So she was running back and forth in these exact places here. So hence we're replicating what the mother of Ismail did. All right. So we're going to be going between Safa and Marwa, but within the Safa and Marwa, there's two specific places where we have to go fast for the men. Sisters, no. But for the men, you have to run lightly. All right. Then we go back and forth between Safa and Marwa. and then we will finish a Marwa at number 7. After we finish Marwa, then we are not finished with our Umrah. Then we have to go back to the hotel. For the sisters, we go back to the hotel and we have to cut this amount of hair. Just your finger, your index finger, your pointing finger, just this first line here, this amount. We put all of our hair together like this from the back, and then we cut this amount for the sisters. For the men, you go to the barber shop or you can cut it in your hotel. You just cut the hair. All the hair you cut. All right. If you want to leave a little bit, you can leave a little bit for Hajj. It's fine. So, but you have to shave and cut the hair, all the hair, your entire head. So once you cut the hair, then you are out of the state of Ihram and your Umrah is finished. Then after that, you will put your regular clothes. Then everything becomes normal. If you want, you can cut your nails, you can cut the hair. Everything becomes normal after that. All right, and that's after you complete the Umrah. So this is how you perform the Umrah. All right. So in the next webinar, we will go over and talk about the Hajj, the process of the Hajj, inshallah. So now I will open, since it's 1 hour. If anybody have any questions, inshallah, please raise your hand within the what is this, in the Zoom. So inshallah, I can call you. First question, Brother Mokhtar, I'll call you first because you may have a comment. I may have missed something or.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. Jazakallah khairan for all this information. I just have a couple of points I just wanted to go over just to add to what you said. Quickly, mine.
Yes, go ahead, please. And Brother Mokhtar is part of my team. Alhamdulillah, he's a guide also. So go ahead, brother.
Okay, Jazakallah khairan. So just a couple of items here I wanted to go over. So one is the intention. I want to make sure, like, before you go, make sure your intention is pure, right? So you're doing this for the sake of Allah. You're not doing this to seek status or to be called al-hajja or al-haji. So just remember, you're doing this to fulfill the fifth pillar of Islam. So make sure your intention is pure, and inshallah, just like the hadith says, innamal a'malu binniyat. So every deed will be rewarded based on intention. So you have a pure intention, inshallah, you will get rewarded. And the second thing here is study. Attend these webinars. Read the books. Read everything you can about Hajj. So the more you prepare, the easier it will become. Because you be going there. Like last year, we went with people. By the time you get there, so many people, you lose your guide. If you don't know what to do, it's like it becomes very difficult. So study. And I will emphasize the point that the Sheikh made earlier. There is the day, but there's no time. They may tell you the bus is coming at 8 a.m., but the bus may not show up until 12. What you can do is be ready at 8. If they say be ready at 8, be ready at 8. And people will complain. People are going to be complaining. Don't deny that. Like, people will complain. So you can either choose to sit down and complain, or you can be using that time while you're waiting for the bus to make a zikr, to remember Allah, and then to maximize your reward. So always remember that. Be patient. Like, bring tons of patience with you. You're going to see things you don't like. You're going to be frustrated, but just be patient. Remember, you're there just to seek the pleasure of Allah. And then write down the list of dua. You are going to run out of dua, so make sure you write down the list so that way you don't forget anything. And during the tawaf, if you do not try to touch the black stone, if it's
good point.
and it is going to be crowded, and people will try to go touch it. They feel like it's part of Hajj, it's part of Umrah. It's not. This is just sunnah. But guess what? When you try to touch it, you're gonna have to push people. You're gonna be shoving, pushing. Guess what? You're sinning while doing that. So do not attempt to touch the black stone. Some people tell you you don't have to. Or yeah, I remember 2 years ago, a lady, we kept telling you don't do it. She even tried to attempt to touch the black stone. She was just trying to touch the Kaaba. And what she did in the process, she lost her hijab, she lost her shoes. Imagine that, you stand in front of Kaaba as a lady without a hijab, just because you want to touch the Kaaba, something you didn't have to do. So just remember that. And then I will emphasize this again, because last year we had this happen. Your prescription, keep it in your carry-on. Do not leave it in your luggage. And in event your luggage gets lost, make sure you file a claim at your final destination. Keep the claim number with you, the ticket number with you, so it makes it easier for the airline to be able to track it. And then keep all your important items in your carry-on. Do not leave them in your thing. But also remember too, international carriers, they have a limit on the carry-on. So it's not like Delta or Southwest where you can just, as long as it fits in your carry-on, you can just put it now. International carriers have a limit. So just remember that. Yeah, so that these are the points, the notes here I have here, Brother Sheikh. So Jazakallah khairan. You on mute,
Thank you, both.
Sheikh Ibrahim, you on mute.
Sorry about that. Next person, thank you, brother. Next person, Sister Maimuna.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam.
Yeah, my question is, for the women's, like you can make your intention in case like, you're on your monthly something.
Okay, so for the sisters who are seeing their monthly cycle, if you see that, and let's say you're on the journey or when you get to Makkah and it comes, then you cannot go to the masjid. So you have to wait until you're clean, and then after that you go perform your umrah. All right, and there's no blame on you on that. Okay. So if you are within those days when you get to Mecca, then you have to remain at the hotel there until you're clean. And if you are clean before the 8th of Dhul Hijjah, before the Hajj starts, then you can go and perform your Umrah. All right.
Okay,
And
another thing, like just said it comes while you're on the plane on your way to Makkah. The way
yes,
you said, yeah.
yes. So if he comes on the plane while you're on the way to Mecca, is the same thing. When you get to Mecca, you have to stay at the hotel until you're clean. When you're
Okay.
clean, that's when you can go to the masjid and perform your Umrah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Islam.
yes, and if that happens before the 8th of Dhul Hijjah, then you can go and perform your Umrah. If not on the 8th of Dhul Hijjah, the day of Hajj, then you can just shower and go to perform the Hajj, inshallah.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Next person, Sister Aisata, I believe from Philadelphia.
Yeah, so my question is for if I have an unscented soap with me, is that okay for me to use?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right. Next person, Anusman Kaba.
Assalamu alaikum, Imam.
Wa alaikum
My
salam.
question was at the Safa and Marwa, when you start the trip, in the Safa or Marwati, the dua that you have to do, you have to do it one time and do all the 7 round, or every round that you have to do, you have to read that
Every
dua.
round.
Every round. So every time you start, you have to do in the Safa or Marwata every
Yes,
7 times.
when you get to Safa, you make the dua. When
Yeah.
you get to Marwa, you also make dua. You come back to Safa again, you make dua. You go back to Marwa again, you make dua. Okay?
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right, next person, Sister Aminat Abba.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Okay, I just have some clarifications. I put it in the chat actually, so I just wanted to verify. You said no hand sanitizer. I saw some unscented hand sanitizer, so is that still okay to use, or is that a no also?
If you have your own personal and it's unscented, you can use it. The reason why I
Okay.
mentioned hand sanitizer because some of the airports they have it, and if you
Yeah.
go and you just put it, then we have to. When I speak, I'm speaking in terms of global aspect.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, but if
And
you have
then
your own unscented, and you can do so, you can have it.
okay. And you said it's okay to use toothpaste even if it's flavored toothpaste?
Yes, it's fine.
Okay. And then, and I'm sorry, I just have a couple. And then I heard you talk about the shoes when you're doing tawaf. So we're allowed to wear the shoes at the moment that we're doing tawaf and Safa and Marwa.
Okay, let me go back on the shoes quickly. So the shoes, Hold on, sorry.
Because I'm assuming you have to remove your shoes to enter the masjid, but once you're
Yes.
going outside to do the tawaf, you can wear the shoes
No,
while
it's
doing
not.
tawaf?
It's not outside. It's inside the masjid. The tawaf is
Okay,
inside the masjid.
okay.
Hold on. Let me remove that. Annotate. Okay. So the shoes here. So these shoes, when you're entering the masjid, all the men and all the women, um, let me one more second. Drawstring. 1 moment. Back. Yeah, I forgot about this. So everybody need to buy this, and I'll send it in the group. This drawstring bag. Okay. This one, as you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you are going to the masjid, you need to have these. At the door, you will take your shoes and then put your shoes and your other belongings that you have in this drawstring bag. All right. For the
Mm-hmm.
men, if they want, they can get a ihram belt. They can buy it over there. But you
Yeah.
need this here, or just any
Mm-hmm.
sort of bag to put your shoes. So this is when you enter the masjid. When you are doing when you are at the tawaf here, there's no shoes here. All right, so you can
Mm-hmm.
just walk. In some cases here in the Safa, in Safa and Marwa, people do tend to wear shoes here.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to clarify that. And my
Yes.
last question for you, the package that we got is arriving in Jeddah, but our hotel starts in Medina. Just wanted to see what are the accommodations to go from Jeddah to Medina.
I'm not certain, sister. Which package number you have?
6
Package 6. No, I
is
don't.
Toronto to Jeddah, but the hotel starts in Medina.
Okay. What's the date? The hotel in Medina? May what?
18th.
May 18? Okay, so you're starting Medina. Package 6. Let me double check
Yes.
on that. Just send me a message on WhatsApp and I'll check on it and see.
Okay, I already did, so I just wanted in case you had the
No, and you
answer.
did it on the Zoom chat here or to my personal cell?
I sent it to you personally.
Okay, all right.
Sheikh Ibrahim,
Yes.
majority of this year they doing taking to the bus people from Jeddah to Medina. That's
Oh,
what what I see the majority already. My group already contacted me.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Okay,
So I'll
thank you.
check package 6. All right, next person, Fatima Khatun.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah, brother.
Walaikum.
I have 3 questions, brother. So I just heard one sister is asked about our monthly thing, but if someone is with ihram and then when they reached in the before the before tawaf, if a breakdown, so they have to do ihram again, like how they do it, because they need to go back the Mecca, or still is okay after when they clean just to go and tawaf.
Okay, on that note, if you're in Makkah, there is a place where you can go and make your ihram. It's called Masjid Aisha.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you just take a taxi, any taxi there in Mecca, you tell them Masjid Aisha, they will take you and they will bring you back. And then so you go to the masjid there, you make your intention and your 2 rakah intention and come back. All right, so you just take a shower at the hotel, and then put on your ihram and then go to Masjid Aisha, make your intention there, and then come back to the haram and do your umrah.
So that situation, like that person have to do by themselves, or guide still will be with them.
Most likely by themselves.
Okay.
Yes. Or
And
they can go in a group if they have the friends who've already performed it, they can ask them for help.
they can go. Okay.
Yes.
And another thing, also, I know you show the sandal, but I have leg problem. Like I always have to wear the sneaker, and without sandal I can't walk.
No, this, I mentioned this earlier, maybe you joined late. This is for men only.
Okay, not
This
for.
is for men only. Sisters, you can wear whatever you want to wear, as long as it's according to the sunnah. meaning nothing revealing, nothing tight. You know, you can wear.
So when I will do tawaf, that time I can still keep my sneaker, right, brother?
Yeah, if you want.
Okay.
Yes,
And
there are people who wear in their shoes.
another thing also, when we are group, like inshallah, when we go, if we go is group, together, and until we finish our umrah, like everything, like tawaf, and like we'll go Safa Marwa. So that time is still our guide with us, or when we finish the tawaf and then we have to do ourselves like Safa Marwa.
Okay, so do not depend on your guide. As I mentioned, when you come and you start, the
Mm-hmm.
group may separate. You may lose one another. So
Okay.
that's why you have to learn how to do this. That's why we're doing this to prepare everybody. So when you get there, you know exactly what to do. So you just go seven times around the Kaaba,
Mm-hmm.
pray 2 rakah somewhere there that where it's safe, drink the Zamzam water, and then go walk 7 times back and forth in Safa and Marwa. And there's police all over and security all over. You just tell them Safa and Marwa, and there's workers all over. Sister, what language do you speak?
Bangla.
Bangla. So majority of the workers in the Haram, either they speak Bangla or they speak Urdu. Okay, majority of the cleaners and people working there. So you just ask one of them, where's the Safa and Marwa, and they'll take you there, show you.
I went in like Alhamdulillah, I did Umrah before, but that
Okay, so sister, you have experience already. So
yeah,
you're good.
that's
إن
I have no
الصفا والمروة
so that's why because my husband and me will go.
Yeah,
So
so right now
So,
we haven't even spoken about Hajj yet. So this is just Umrah. So
okay,
you went Umrah already, so you have experience.
okay,
Yeah,
Jazakallah.
it's the same process. Nothing changes.
Okay,
Yes.
because
When
what?
we speak of Hajj, that's
Yeah.
totally different. Inshallah, there'll be something we'll discuss on a separate. That's why I'm separating it. Today I'm only speaking of Umrah, performing Umrah. When you get there, what to do. Then
Okay, brother.
tomorrow we will talk about the actual Hajj.
No,
The
Okay?
same time, right, brother?
okay.
Yes, I'll send the message. I'll look at my schedule
Okay,
and see if I
okay,
can send tomorrow,
that's
inshallah.
fine.
Thank you,
Jazakallah.
Sister Fatima. All right. There's one called iPhone. I'm gonna ask you to unmute iPhone. iPhone. That's the name.
hello.
Yes, not this one. There's someone
Bahabib,
else.
Bahabib.
iPhone, is that me?
Yeah, that's you. Yes, the brother that just spoke. Yes.
All right. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Okay. Thank you for all these informations. I got two questions. The first one is, can we carry, like, during the Hajj, can we carry a bottle with us, like, for water? Is that like during Umrah or during the whole time? Can we carry like a bottle of water? That's my
Yes,
first. You
yes, you
can
can.
you
Yes, you
can
can take
buy
a water
like
bottle.
something like that. Okay.
Yes, you
And
can
my
carry that.
and my second question: what type of medication is allowed? Like Tylenol or something like that is allowed for you to bring in with you, like not a prescription, over-the-counter medication. What is allowed and what is not
Any,
allowed?
you know yourself, brother. Any medication that you think you may need, you can
Mm.
take. All medications allowed. Okay,
Okay.
as long
Okay.
as it's not obviously forbidden drugs, which the Saudi government will not let you let it enter. And the other thing also, you need antibiotics. So you have to have a prescription for antibiotic when you get to Mina. You have to have that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So my third question is, I tried to print the visa. They asking me for the Hajj ID. How I can find that? Because I go on the package, I didn't see that information, the Hajj ID.
So they will send you an email of your visa. You have not received the email yet?
No.
Okay, so you went to the MOFA website and you try to print it from there?
I go to the Nusuk.
Uh,
It says the
uh,
visa is approved, but I
yes,
didn't see. Yes, I didn't see. It's asking me for the Hajj ID.
yes. So once your visa is approved, it will take a couple of days, and then they will email it to you.
Okay. So the
Okay.
Hajj ID is different from the itinerary, right?
Yes, don't worry about the Hajj ID right now. just wait until you get the visa, which will be in just a couple of days. They're still issuing new visas.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes. What time? When do you leave?
Uh, it's May 15, May 14.
Okay, so you have plenty of time. So by May 5th, if you don't get it, call me and I will send it to you
Okay.
because
All right.
I,
Thank
I
you.
have access to it, so I can
All
send it.
right. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Habib's iPhone. Habib Ba.
Yes. Yes. Hi.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Okay, I'm calling for the Umrah. Is allowed to have a belt?
Yes, you can have what is known as a ihram belt. I'll show you here. This type of belt, and you can buy this when you get to Saudi. This type of
Only
belt.
over there, only you can buy, right?
No,
About
you can buy it on Amazon if you want.
Amazon. Okay.
Yes.
About face masks, like if you want to. Face masks. Mask, yeah. If you want to.
You want to put on face mask?
Yeah, like, yeah.
You're talking about mask.
Mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, mask. I'm sorry. I'm talking about
Yes,
mask.
you can do that, but there are some differences of opinion when it comes to the Hajj. But for the Umrah, I don't see why you need that. But for the Hajj, you probably can.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, the third question I'm asking about this medicine, like if you have you don't if you have the medicine, you don't have the well, now they send directly to the pharmacy. You get the medicine, everything is there. But if you ask to have a prescription, I don't understand that. Can you explain to me for that?
You
For
can
prescription.
go to the drugstore and buy any medication you want. Cough medication, medication for
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if like you have diabetes, you have high blood tension, you have medicine, regular medicine you buy from the doctor.
Get me a doctor.
Yeah,
But
that one, whatever your doctor gives you,
Get me a
you have to
doctor,
take.
man.
So if you take, for example, if you have high blood pressure medicine that you have to take every day, you have to take it with you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sheikh,
but what
maybe he need more explain. Maybe explain to him. Tell him.
I'm asking about the prescription. You say I have to have this all the medicine in papers or what?
No, no,
Can
no,
I
no. Prescription, when I say prescription is when you are getting antibiotic,
right?
the doctor have to write you a prescription indicating I authorize this person to go to the pharmacy and get an antibiotic. Then when you go to the pharmacy, they will give you the antibiotic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you cannot get the antibiotic at the pharmacy unless the doctor gives you a note, and that note is called prescription.
Okay, all right. I see. All right.
Yes. But if you have high blood pressure, if you have diabetes, if you have whatever you have and you have medication or eye medication that you have to take every day, morning and night, you have to take that with
Okay.
you.
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right. That's all. Thank you.
I thought
Okay.
maybe he was thinking something is stopping him from the Hajj. Hajj is nothing to stop you. You can have any medication you want. You're not fasting anyway.
And I would say, if you think your medication might run out before the end of it, make sure you talk to your doctor and get enough supply for throughout the Hajj, right? If you already have your medication and it's going to run out like May 10th and you start your trip May 15th, make sure you have enough or you go get a refill before then and you're not running out halfway through the Hajj. Because we're there for like 2-3 weeks.
Okay. Thank you.
Fahim Rasul.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Yeah, my question is, I had a couple questions. I was driving in the car when you were, you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Yeah. When I was driving the car, we was talking. Okay, so what door, when I first, my flight is leaving and I'm going to Medina first and then I go to Mecca. So what door do I enter when I get to doing the Umrah? Labbaik al Umrah. Which door do I enter? You mentioned the door at when we get there. So what door do I enter? What's the name of the door?
You
To the
send
Haram.
me a screenshot of your guide. Your guide is here, okay? So for you, don't worry about that right now. You're gonna be with him from Medina. He'll take you to Makkah. Abdul Salam
Okay.
is your guide, okay?
I'm asking another question. Okay,
Yes.
so now this
So
is
just to
this,
just for those who want to know, so here when I mentioned the door, I'm saying that at the Kaaba there's so many gates, so there are so many doors. So when you enter the Kaaba, you have to know which gate you entered. So when you're
oh,
exiting, you know which way to exit because the masjid is very big. So if you enter through, let's say, gate Ismail, gate Fuad, for example, that's one of the gates named Fuad. If you enter from Fuad, and let's say now you finish everything and then you just go out of another gate, you may go out and you're the complete opposite side
oh,
of where you enter from. And then if you say you're going to walk around, it's impossible. The masjid
okay,
is too huge. So that's why always know which gate you entered from and go out that same gate. That's
okay,
here at the Kaaba when you're entering the Kaaba.
okay. Next question I have. You mentioned about when we get there, we got to shave the keep your hair up on our arms, armpits, and shave in our private area prior to putting on ikram. We can do that in a hotel. Would there be some guidance on that prior to? There be some guidance on that? How much to shave? What what the? Is there be any guidance on that procedure prior to putting on ikram? Ikram.
No, you do that here before you go to
Do
Hajj.
okay,
So
Hamid. Thank you. All right.
if you're in Atlanta, you
Yeah,
what do
man.
you call it? You do your own stuff here
Okay, Alhamdulillah.
before you go.
That's
Okay,
the
And then when you get to Medina, you're going to be in Medina a couple of days. If you see that you need to shave, then you shave. We cannot teach you how to shave.
no problem. This is the first time going, so I'm just asking questions. I never
Yeah.
been before. Some people been 4 or 5 times. This is the first time, inshallah. La bait, la combo, la
No,
bait.
don't worry, brother. You're with me, so we're in
that's
the same hotel.
Okay,
that's the brother.
Yeah, that's the
And,
brother that makes the makes the draw.
okay.
yes, brother,
Uh,
inshallah, you are in good hands. Just
Yeah.
take it easy. Also, Sheikh's already mentioned to you guys a lot what you need also to do, not only hair, you don't have to cut your nails during the manasik. Like the 5 days you're doing the Hajj, you don't have to touch any nails or hairs and all of that. So inshallah, we'll teach you. We have time down there when we get there. So everybody,
Yep.
just I will say, follow those webinars, and you should be okay. The guys will help you, inshallah.
Yes.
okay.
So back to your thing. So brother, so on that day, the day that we're leaving, you just need to
Yes,
make sure that when you shower, you can remove
yes.
any unwanted hair that you want, and
Okay,
you put on the clothes, the two sheets. That's all.
okay. You go. Yeah, I got to buy. I have to buy one. So I got your cousin. I'm gonna buy for her, inshallah, this week. But they're gonna be a class how to put it on at the hotel, how to wrap and all that. So
Yes, we'll
I
show
just
you at the hotel, inshallah.
okay. Now, white bar. All right,
Darana.
bro. Thank
Okay.
you. Talk
All
on
right.
that. Thank you.
So, all right, no problem. Thank you, brother Fahim.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Wa alaikum salam. Sister, please raise your hand on
I
the
don't have that option on my side.
on your phone. Are you using phone
Yeah.
or computer?
Yes, phone.
Okay, can someone show her where to go to see the hand raise?
Yeah, go to React, click on the heart, and then there's there raise your hand or not.
I still don't see it.
Or click more. Do you see more with the little 3 dots?
I do have the 3 dots, but I only have a chat and caption option.
Okay. What's your name, sister?
Okay,
Shams.
go to what is the participant. Go to participant, click on participant.
Mm-hmm.
And there you're on your name, click on your name, touch it, and then we should give you the option to raise your hand.
Yeah, I don't have that option. I just have a mute.
Okay, sister, go ahead and with your question.
I was just gonna ask for my mom. She has package 33. She's leaving from Montreal to Jeddah. Meanwhile, she's gonna stay in Medina. So how is that goes in terms of ihram?
Package 33, which hotel is she entering first?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not in Nusuk right now.
Yeah, we need to know that one. Which hotel is her first stay? Then that will determine whether she is going to enter Ihram or not.
Okay, so
Probably
if
she enters.
she's going to Medina first, she will go from Jeddah to Medina and make ihram from Medina to Mecca?
No. So she's going to Jeddah, and then from Jeddah she's going to Medina?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, when is she gonna go to Medina?
No, no, I don't know that because we have to look at the package. So her package 33, what is the first hotel? What is the first hotel, the name of the first hotel that she will stay? I need that hotel.
Okay, I think I'll just send you the information on
Okay,
WhatsApp.
so once I know the hotel, then I know whether she's starting in Mecca or she's starting in Medina, then I can help you. Until I know which one she's starting, it's going to be difficult for me.
Okay, also the group flight are always fixed, no change, because we're not in Montreal resident. I need to book a flight from Georgia to Canada. So all the group flight are fixed, no changes.
Which airline?
Um she's gonna go from Montreal to Istanbul and then from Istanbul to Jeddah.
Okay, Turkish Airlines. So she is it
Yes.
Turkish Airlines?
Yes.
Okay, so she's fine. So you can make her ticket.
Okay, inshallah.
Okay.
Jazakallah khair, brother.
All right, Zainab Buddy. Zainab Buddy. I believe this is Zainab from New York.
Assalamu alaikum, Alaji.
Wa alaikum salam. I was supposed to do something for you, right?
I know.
Okay. Yes. Yes, sister, you have a question?
Yeah, my question is because now it's my husband going and it's my email address that's there. How that gonna work so he will be able to access everything and get it? Because me what I won't be able to go.
Access what now?
Like everything to whatever when you guys go and everything is gonna be on the WhatsApp group.
Yeah, everything in the WhatsApp group. So you just need to add him to the WhatsApp group.
Mm-hmm. He's
And
there.
okay, so that's all he needs.
Okay.
Yeah, once he gets his visa and his ticket, he's good. And then you just follow everything in the WhatsApp group and follow his group
They
leader.
send the visa. Are they going to send another paper again, or that's the only one?
No, no,
On the visa.
no, just only one.
Okay.
Just one.
All right.
Okay, I'm sending you the code there, sister, so I can do the stuff for you. All right.
Okay, well, may Allah make you guys go safe and come back safe.
Thank you. All right. The OTP went to you, sister. All right. Ibrahim Abba.
Okay, brother. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Sorry, I missed the first, the beginning of the presentation. I have 3 questions here, about very short. Can we have the recorded presentation for today?
Yes, we'll send it in the group. Yes.
Okay. The second thing is, can we make a dua in our own tongue, like Fulani or French?
Yes, you can make your own dua. Yes.
Okay. I heard also like WhatsApp is not working there. Is there any other mean of communication we can use there? Because so people who went there earlier, they say WhatsApp is not working. I don't know if it's true or not.
Yes. So the WhatsApp, there's a limitation on the WhatsApp, but if you use a, hold on, let me find mine here. A VPN,
VPN, yeah.
and then it works. And
VPN?
it's not, yeah, VPN, yes. You can just go to your app store and download a VPN,
Okay.
and then just install it, then it will work. And all we're doing is just sending messages. We're not like talking audio talking. So the messages, when you send the messages in writing, it works.
Okay, so we can do that now. Download now VPN.
Yes.
To your phone, and okay. Thank you so much, brother.
Okay, thanks. All right,
That's
Jibril Koroma. Alexa.
Mr. Ibrahim, I text you.
Yeah, I got it.
Assalamu
Wa alaikum salam.
alaikum, brother. Yes, I have a couple of questions. I recall during the before we started buying the packages, you mentioned that once all packages are bought, we're gonna be grouped. Like for me, I have package 14 in a card. So am I gonna know the people I'm gonna be sharing the hotel room with? That's my first question. The second one is can one do Umrah for deceased person after I've done mine? Then the third one that I have is
Wait, let's go one by one, brother. I didn't have lunch yet, so if you tell me all these, I will not remember.
Okay.
All right. So number one, in terms of the groups, we're still assigning. ITHRA is still assigning the guides. All the guides have not been assigned yet. So
Okay.
just wait on that if you have not received the message yet. I know some of the people here, like for example, Brother Fahim, he sent me the message already that his guide was assigned, and I saw the name. So just wait on that until you get your guide assigned. And then as
Okay.
for the Umrah, once you finish your Umrah, yes, you can make a Umrah for a person, for a loved one or family member. Only thing is,
Okay.
you have to do what I mentioned earlier. Go to Masjid Aisha and make your intention there, and then come back to the
Okay.
Haram, and then do it in the same way it's done.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good. The third one is I received a package from Amazon, my Iran package. What I saw was like two towels and the Iran belt and something like a tasbih. So is that exactly what we should be expecting? They're like towels, the wrap. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
two sheets, yes, and a belt,
Two
yes.
sheets. Okay.
Yeah, so if they included the
Okay.
belt for you,
Then,
then that's good.
yeah. I have the belt in the package. So
Okay.
my last question, like going to the mosque or whatever. So I do have a small, that thing you said you're gonna send so we can buy where we put our shoes. Can any other thing similar to that work, or can I use my backpack?
No, the
A
masjid,
small
they will not
backpack?
allow you. They will not allow you to bring a backpack.
Okay.
You can only
Okay.
bring in like a drawstring bag or something small. If you bring something
Okay.
big, they will not let you into the masjid.
Okay. I have something small similar to what you're mentioning. So I'll try to bring that or even buy that at Amazon. Thank you. That's all I have.
Okay. All right. Next person, Roxana Azad.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
I have few questions.
Yes,
So
sister.
my first question is like you said like PDF book. How I can get it that like?
This book here that I have,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we'll send it on the group, inshallah.
Okay, and then second question like is like the unscented stuff we have to use only whenever we start with the ihram and
Yes.
finish umrah, right?
Yes,
That
the
between time.
unscented. Yeah, unscented is only when you're doing Umrah and when you're performing the Hajj. The 5 days of Hajj, when you're Mina, you have to
Uh-huh.
use the unscented.
And whenever we make it the umrah and go over there and make it the I'm sorry, ihram, and then go to the umrah, finish umrah, then after that we can use the regular, right?
Yes, after you finish Umrah, yes.
Okay, and then the third question, like as a woman, we can use the socks or shoe whenever we do the tawaf and Safa Marwa.
Yes, you can do that, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And our question, like, we got it that package 13, but I don't see anybody get it that package. So
Package 13.
yes.
Okay. So wait until Ithra assigns you or your group, assigns
Mm-hmm.
you a guide, and then
Mm-hmm.
from there on you will know who the guide is. And then
So they are going to be let us know
yes.
whenever. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, they're still assigning
Flight is
guides.
19.
Yeah, our flight is 19. So, and we are the Qatar Airways from
Okay.
Georgia, but, we don't know yet, like, our flight is going to be the same or I don't know. I'm just.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to wait.
And then, is that anyway, because my husband is on the group, I'm not on the group. Is that way, anyway, I can adding, like, I'm going to be adding it in the group so I can see all the, um,
Yes, so just have your husband add you to the group or share the link.
oh, okay. So
Yes.
he can
Or
do that, right? And you said
yes.
the VPN is like a B, Victor or B?
Boy.
No, V as in victory.
Okay, so
VP
VPN.
VPN like this.
Okay. And then another question, like you just
VPN.
mentioned, like we don't have to depend on anyone. But whenever we go to the Umrah, me and my husband can do Umrah together or not?
Yes, you can do Umrah together, yes.
Okay. So we don't have to wait for like, the guide, but if
Yes, you
we,
can
we,
do
we,
yes.
we do together, we can do that, right?
Yes. Yes,
Okay. Okay.
perfectly fine.
Uh-huh. That's all my question. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sister. All right. Next person, another iPhone. I'm going to ask you. Yeah, you. Yes, the one that's making noise now.
Yeah, this is Aliu Sharif. Assalamu alaikum.
No, not you, brother Alio.
Okay.
One moment. iPhone, the one that says just the name iPhone. Yes, you've unmuted yourself. Go ahead and speak.
I have a question.
Yeah, sister, we cannot hear you.
Hello?
Yes, please speak louder. We cannot hear you.
Hello?
Yes.
I have a quick question.
Okay.
So let's say you have a different package group that's not Ibra Al.
Yeah, for some reason, sister, I cannot hear you very well. Can you try it again?
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Okay, better.
Okay.
Static noise. I'm not hearing you.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, assalamu alaikum. Sorry, I had to switch over.
Wa alaikum salam.
I have a quick question. So let's say you have a different group that's not Ibra Al, but like Rawaf, would it be a similar process or would they have their own separate thing?
In terms of performing the Umrah and the Hajj is the same process.
It's the same process. Okay.
Yeah, in terms of performing the Umrah and the Hajj, yes, same process.
Okay. And then I also have it's a similar question that many people have asked. So after I finish, because I start with Makkah and then go to Medina. So after Medina, my flight is in Jeddah. Would it be like a bus that takes us from Medina back to Jeddah, or how does that work?
Yes, so the guide will organize that, your guide, and they'll bring the bus to take you back to Jeddah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, that's all. Thank you.
All right. Or if you want, you can take your own taxi, or if you want, you can do the train if you want. It's up to you.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Next person, Muhammad Siddiq.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
So my package is that I go to the Medina to Makkah. So after 23rd May. So how I perform Umrah and Hajj together? So in one ihram or two ihram?
So there are three types of Hajj, which we'll talk about tomorrow. So once we talk about them, you can decide which one you want to do. One moment. Let me bring it up here. So you have Ifrad, you have Tamattu.
So what type of Hajj for me? I don't know. Because I go from Medina to Makkah 23rd May.
Yeah, but the Hajj starts on the 25th, right? So when you get there, do you can do what do you call Quran? You can do your Umrah and then go perform the Hajj.
Okay, with same ihram.
Yeah,
Kiran.
the same. Well, after you finish your Umrah, then you'll take you'll take it off, and then you'll put on your regular clothes. The Umrah only takes no more than 3 hours.
Okay.
Yes, Umrah doesn't take long. Just when you get to Mecca and you go do it, once you get to the Kaaba, it takes about 3 hours to finish.
Okay.
Yes.
So then I have to go to the Aisha Masjid for next ihram.
No, if you're going to Hajj, then you don't need to go to Masjid Aisha. Only if
Okay.
you're going to do another Umrah, which I do not advise you if you're getting there on the 23rd.
Okay.
If you're getting there on the 23rd, go perform your Umrah. Wait until the 25th when the Hajj starts. Go perform your Hajj, and then after you come back from Hajj, if you think you can do it, then you can go perform another Umrah.
Okay. So is this the Kiran Hajj?
No, the one that I just told you is Tamattu.
Okay.
That's what the
So
most people
if you
do.
want to do Quran, here's everything that needs to be done for Quran. So, but
Oh,
this, as I mentioned, this we will discuss this tomorrow. Today we're only talking about Umrah.
okay, okay. So you
Yes,
talk about tomorrow, okay.
yes. So as you see here, types of Hajj, there's Ifrad,
Okay,
Qiran,
so for
and then
Kiran, I
Tamattu.
don't need to shave.
You don't need to what?
Do I need for shave for Kiran
Do
for my
not cut
head?
hair. Do not cut hair.
Okay.
Yes.
But for Tamattu, I need to shave my head.
Yes, for Tamattu, yes.
Okay, okay. So you talk tomorrow about this.
Yes, we'll talk about the Hajj
Oh,
tomorrow.
okay. Jazakallah.
Thank you, brother. I Aliu Sharif.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Yes, I have a package 11 in, it's saying here,
From
first
IAD
housing
or from JFK?
from JFK. So first
Okay.
housing is Medina, but they're saying from New York to Jeddah.
Yes. So you're going to Jeddah, then from Jeddah you're going to Medina.
Medina. So the Ikram will start in New York
No,
or
no, no. Your ihram will start after you get to Medina when you're about to go to Makkah.
okay, when I get to Medina, then when I'm ready to go to Makkah, okay. That's my first question. And with the Umrah, if you want to do Umrah for somebody, is it better to wait after your Hajj or you do it at the same time? When
No,
you
you cannot do it at the same time as you're doing yours. When you
okay,
finish yours, you have to look at how many the
okay,
time frame, and also you don't want to tire yourself before you perform the Hajj.
okay,
Yes. So if you go and you perform your Umrah, if you have maybe 3 days remaining before Hajj,
okay,
then it's okay. You can perform one more Umrah. But
okay,
anything less than that, I'll advise you don't perform Umrah, a second Umrah. Wait until Hajj is finished
okay,
because you're going there for Hajj and you don't want to tire yourself or, break a leg or something can happen and not be able to perform your Hajj.
okay.
Yes.
All right, thank you. That's my questions.
All right, Sister Zimzim from Minnesota.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I think you just answered my question about if you're gonna go to Medina first, you will take your ihram going to Mecca from Medina, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
All right. And sister, I know you're the one that sent me the information, or Sister Zimzim, regarding the uh, shot, the meningitis. You have to take it. Is mandatory, as I told you there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I ended up taking it.
Okay, good.
Uh, it's just that my doctor was like, "Oh, you already took 2 shots. Like, I'm not gonna give it to you." But I ended up going to a different pharmacy. So.
Okay, yeah, it's 3 years. All right. One more question, inshallah. Is almost 2 hours since we started this webinar. Mohammed Diallo.
No, salam alaikum. I just wanted to just make a statement, and it's the exact thing that brother Mukhtar said at the beginning of the question and answer section of this. Again, if you like, the process is you want to prepare, practice, and then most importantly, patience, right? How can you prepare? Like brother Mukhtar had said already, watch the webinar, right? Review it, understand it, go through the things that Sheikh Ibrahim has put inside of the group chat as far as materials you need to bring. Prepare all those things, right? Look through the list, know what's on there, because there's things like as emergency C. Do you know what emergency C is? It's a powder that you can use to rehydrate your body, right? Prepare yourself, right? So practice. What do I mean by practice? If you're not used to walking a lot, maybe it's worth your while to start walking today. Walk a little bit, get ready. Practice those things that you're going to be doing there in Hajj. Practice if you have your ihram, if you already bought it off of Amazon. Practice putting it on, because I know for myself, it was not easy to learn how to put it on to where it wouldn't fall off of my body, right? If they're for the men. Definitely you want to try to get it early and practice putting it on, because it's not the most comfortable thing, because you're not going to have anything underneath your body. So you want to make sure you tie it really tightly and it doesn't come off of your body. Practice walking a mile, because the majority of things, the majority of the rituals in Hajj, you're going to be walking a lot, and it's so hot. Your body, no, you
Yeah.
can't get the same kind of preparation here in the States unless you go into a sauna. So you have to be ready. Make sure you get your emergency seat so you can rehydrate your body. Prepare and practice those things. And then most importantly, patience. Okay, patience is an understatement. You always have to be patient because there's going to be so much going on, so many people, and the fact that it's really hot, you're going to be bothered, right? It's you're really going to be tested and tried in every situation, right? And then there was one other thing that I wanted to mention. Oh yes, also in the practice, if you're not used to sitting down and doing dhikr for an hour and a half, 30 minutes, practice those things now. So when you get there, you are used to doing that a little bit, right? If you think you're just like how we do Ramadan, right? We don't do it in the month of Sha'ban or get ready for Ramadan, right? You're gonna get there and be like, man, I can't sit here for an hour and a half doing dhikr or reading Quran. So start practicing today. Do 10 minutes of dhikr, 15 minutes when you're driving. Practice those habits so when you get there, it's much easier and you can get full benefit of your time. So when you leave and you finish your Hajj, you're not wishing that you would have did more, right? Start practicing today, tomorrow, each day, do a little bit of dhikr, do a little bit of reading Quran. So when you get there, you're already used to it, you're familiar with it, and you can make the best of your Hajj, inshallah. Those are all the things that I wanted to say.
MashaAllah, thank you very much, Brother Muhammad. Brother Muhammad, MashaAllah, last year was with us as well. Thanks for all of his help and support. And I know many of you here, a lot of you here, he's the one who bought the packages for you. So thank you, brother. The other thing also, as let me mention this also before I take the next question or the last question, is no matter how hard we prepare, okay, we're going with Ithra. No matter how hard Ithra prepares, no matter how much effort they do, it's just like whatever, even if you're doing your own event, just an event where you have maybe 30 people coming if you're doing an event. I know at the masjid here where I am, we always have events, and no matter how much we prepare, there are always things that come up. There's always things that we forget or things that just Allah tests us with. So it's the same way. These companies like Ithra al Khair, no matter how hard they prepare, it is impossible to satisfy 10,000 people. All right, because everybody is different. So you will see some things that you will see some things that may be a challenge for you. You will run into some things that is difficult. And as the brothers mentioned, everything is the Hajj is all about patience. So no matter what you go through, no matter the difficulty, no matter the challenge, just say Alhamdulillah. Remember in the past, people used to walk to Hajj. All right, if you're from Bangladesh or Pakistan, your parents or maybe your great grandparents, they used to walk. Coming from Africa, we have people from Mali, Mansa Musa walked from Mali in the west coast of Africa, walked through Egypt all the way to Mecca. Before, when Hajj finishes, the people will start walking from that, and it will take them a year to get to Mecca to perform the Hajj. Alhamdulillah, for us, majority of us, we will get there in less than 24 hours, and we will get there with comfort, with everything. In the airplane, we have everything. We can sleep, we can relax, we can eat, we can drink. All of this. When we get there, we have buses, we have all of this. But we have to understand what works in America doesn't work over there. What we're used to in America and Europe, what we're used to in Canada, doesn't work over there. All right, you're used to, you get to the airport if you're going on vacation. You get to let's say one country here, Mexico, for example. You're going on vacation to Cancun. You get there, everything is ready. You have a driver. You go to the hotel, quick check-in, and you off. Or you're going. It doesn't work like that for Hajj. Please, if you're thinking of going for vacation or enjoyment and you're not going to have any difficulty, please cancel the Hajj and go to vacation somewhere else, because this is not vacation. And you will going to go through difficulties and challenges, because guess what? Even everything Ithra is going to provide everything for you. Guess what? Allah is testing you, because this is your completing your final pillar of your religion. Allah says, Allah talks about in the Quran about patience. right? Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu ista'inu bis-sabr. So now patience, you're coming now to complete your religion. So now Allah's going to test you. Okay, let me see how much patience he has, or how much patience he has. So no matter what happens, just say Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. And inshallah, and I'm not speaking of this just to let you know that you chose a bad company or the package you have is bad. No, what I'm saying is here, Alhamdulillah, you chose one of the best companies. All the services are premium services. All the services are great services. You're going to be well taken care of. But understand, Allah will put challenges there for you, and you have to overcome those challenges for your Hajj to be accepted. Because at the end of the day, your mission is to get your Hajj accepted. And we know the shaitan, his mission is to ensure that your Hajj is not accepted. So you have to put this in your mind. All right. And the shaitan will play with you, will play with your mind, because this is an opportunity for him to beat you. And many people, when they get there, they forget about this completely. They forget about this completely. The shaitan is still alive. The shaitan is still strong. The shaitan will be doing everything for you to lose your Hajj. And Allah already told us, وَلَا رَفَثَ وَلَا فُسُوقَ وَلَا جِدَالَ فِي الْحَجِّ. He told us that in Surah Baqarah, that when the Hajj comes, all of these things that the people do when they get there, they lose their mind, all of these things will break your Hajj. So be very, very careful of that and refrain from all of those. All right? Because things will not get so much difficult that you don't have food. You will always have food. Things will not get so much difficult that there's no bus, there's no transportation. You will have it. Things will not get so much difficult that you don't have a hotel room. You have it. So why when the people get there, they go crazy and lose their Hajj and don't want to be patient? The bus is coming. Yeah, there is a line of 100 and 200 buses. The bus cannot skip the other buses. It's a line. It's 200 buses. What do? We have to wait. Why people start screaming and yelling, what's taking the bus so long? What's the bus gonna do? Nothing. What can ITHRA do? Nothing. What can NUSUK do? Nothing. What can the government do? Nothing. We just have to wait. And you see the bus, you see the traffic. It's millions of people. And this is where many people lose their Hajj. So please do not do that. All right. Just be patient and wait until your turn comes. And then, inshallah, you go. So I just wanted to add that. Inshallah, so we'll stop here as some of the people that have raised their hand, we've already answered your question. So please keep it until tomorrow because it's almost now, it's 2 hours now. Inshallah, tomorrow, inshallah, we'll answer your questions and we'll have more of these webinars. Inshallah, we'll go into the stories behind, Maqam Ibrahim, the stories behind the Zamzam water, and all of these things. We'll also go into that. So we'll have a lot of these webinars, inshallah. So we'll stop here today, and inshallah, I'll send out the information for the next webinar. Jazakallah khairun, and I hope everybody have a great rest of your day, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.